I'm Ben Hillier. I'm at ACM at Metropolis today, and I'm going to answer some questions from MusicTech magazine. It was very different working with both of them. Yeah, it was good fun. Blur, we built a we did most of the recording in Damon's home studio, which wasn't at his home, but it was just his small sort of writing studio. And then to finish the record, we set up a studio in a farm on the outside of Marrakesh, which was great, really nice, quite an adventure. So that was to finish the recording, and then we finished the mixing in Devon in the pouring rain. So yeah, it was great fun. We spent a lot of time travelling around and being in interesting places, we didn't go to a sort of standard studio for the whole project, so it was really exciting. So moving around, travelling about. Depeche Mode, on the other hand, is always it's a lot of tech, a lot of synths and digital technology as well, but loads and loads of analog synths. And we have to choose studios that we can go to with great big live rooms, so we've got enough space to set up all the synths. And then so we book a great big studio in New York or LA to do that usually, and we have to choose it based on how big the live room is. We set up all the synths in the live room, and we bring our own control room, which we set up in the live room as well. And the main control room gets used as a secondary room. So yeah, so that's it's quite a feat getting it all set up. But once it's set up, it's brilliant. It's a sort of synth nerds heaven. 140 dB is run by a woman called Ros Earls, and I met Ros probably in the mid-90s, because she was managing a producer that I was engineering for, and she took me on as an engineer and a programmer back in those days, and helped me develop my career up to being a producer. She knows lots and lots of people in record labels and lots of management, lots of people in band management, and quite often gets approached. Certainly when you're earlier in your career, she'll get approached by people and they'll say, you know, have you got anyone who you think would be good to work on this project? And she'll say, I'll try working with Ben, he's new. And that's how you sort of start out. And then, you know, later on she helps sort out all the business side of everything and gets everything organised and puts you in touch with people and sort of suggests new people for you to work with as well. So, you know, sort of, you should try this band or that band. So that's quite, she's very creative in the business area of, you know, she's really good at staying in touch with people and doing all that sort of thing. So, and I'm awful at that. So she's great and does all that sort of stuff. Make sure I get paid for things and make sure I'm busy, and because otherwise I'd be just in the studio, head down, working, get to the end of a project and be like, oh right, okay, now I've got to find some more work. So she does that whilst I'm doing the work. Well, you know what? I don't have a home setup at the moment, which is great. I've got a studio near my house, which I guess you could call my home studio, which is mainly used just by me. And it is a writing and mixing room, and it's full of weird esoteric gear. It's all the stuff. I've got a big studio in London, which is full of all the sort of normal gear that you would expect to find in the studio, and then all the stuff which is a bit too weird ends up in my studio, which I quite like. So I've got very old, like 1960s Studer mixing console, and I've got a few odd synths, like a VCS3 and an ARP 2600, and Space Echoes and weird old Shaw mixers and things like that. So yeah, lots of stuff that makes things sound odd. Really, I think when you're starting out, it's a fine line to tread between taking as much advice as you can off people and learning off people, but at the same time getting your own aesthetic together and doing things your way. So you need to learn the ropes technically off as many people as you can. You know, any chance you get to sit in with experienced people, do it. Even if you're just sitting at the back watching what's going on, just do it, because you'll learn loads. And people always do. You can spend a lot of time locked away in your bedroom working on your laptop, and there's many options, as many possibilities as you can to get out of that environment, the better. Because that's great, you can do loads like that, but go and learn stuff and then work out how it applies to you. Take from it what you want. See, we've just got an album with Nadine Shah, who I co-write with her, and I play in her band as well, so that's just coming out now. We just had the first single out. So we've got gigs all this year and a tour in October, I'm working on an album with a friend of mine called Rich File, who was used to be an uncle, if you remember them. So I'm just helping him finish his solo record, mixing that at the moment. Yeah, finishing off the other bits and bobs.